AFTV guys, you guys caused a little stir last week when the two of you came on talking about Havertz. I'll start with you. He didn't have a great game today, did he? Missed the easy chance, and also he gave away. It was his mistake for the goal that Rashford scored. How would you assess it at the moment?
Look at where his confidence must be. After we've got people like this guy saying they have an agenda against him, they want to get him out of our club. You know, people on group chats calling him a cunt, that kind of thing. I'm sorry, but I can't have that. By all means, criticise the player. You know, he's a professional. He's accountable to us as fans.
Be constructive.
Yeah, exactly. Be constructive. You know, give him a chance. I personally think he should come out of the side. You know, I think. Yeah, he's been quite poor these last few games, I agree. But ultimately, that doesn't mean you should say get him out of our club. It means get him on the bench, ease him back in, give him time. And you know what? Do you know why he gave the ball away for that goal? Do you know why he's missing his chances? Probably because his confidence is all the way down there. And so, you know, back him, be constructive in your criticism, and then give him a chance to improve and progress. But that doesn't mean that he didn't have good moments, can I just say? Like, you know,
His work rate was great, wasn't it?
His work rate was great. He was in that position for the penalty. I mean, look, I don't think it was a penalty from where I was, but he's still got to get into the position to, you know, win that. So, you know, he works hard, he makes the runs. We've just got to adjust to having him in that side. He's playing in a new position, don't forget. For 3 years, he was starting up front at Chelsea. You know, give the guy a chance.
Let me ask you something here.
King Arteta.
Well done to I will get to that. I don't need it to be a negative anyway, right? But Granit Xhaka. First season. Where were you first season with Granit? First few seasons.
There was two Xhakas. There was the Switzerland Xhaka, and then there was the Arsenal
hold on.
Xhaka.
I'm asking about the Xhaka, the Arsenal Xhaka
I'm answering
at the
it.
start.
I'm
Where were
answering
you?
it. I'm answering it. I always felt Xhaka had great ability, but I always felt we played him in the wrong position. Then when we found his position and he played incredibly good, we decided to sell him for, I think, peanuts. Do you know what I mean? He's only 30. There's the Saudis that are paying God knows what for Jordan Henderson and Fabinho, whatever. We should have kept him. Instead, we replaced
Well, he
him.
wanted to go. You know that he wanted
Well,
to.
I think we should
He wanted a long-term contract. Arsenal couldn't offer him that, so that's why he
couldn't we
left.
offer him? Why didn't
Well,
we offer him?
he's in his 30s, isn't it? So
Doesn't matter.
you know you're
Doesn't
going to offer. You know, I mean, you can see what Arsenal are trying to build a younger team.
No, I'm sorry. We needed experience in it. I always say we got the best young team in the world. I've always said that, yeah? But you need some strong leadership places. You had Fernandinho who played, David Silva. You needed that. And he was a leader as
But
well.
the point I'm trying to make
Nice
is,
leader.
do we not need to be a bit more patient? I agree. He didn't have a great game today, Havertz, obviously, right? But do we not need to just take a step back, relax, and say to ourselves, he deserves a chance like every other player, because you know. Not every player hits the ground running.
Let me
He
just
needs
tell
to earn
you.
his
No,
place.
let me tell you now.
He needs to earn his place.
This is the thing, yeah? We're in the fourth, maybe fifth year of this project or whatever. And I know
we're in the fourth game
year.
of Havertz's project.
But the trust the process. 4 years now, yeah? Right, look, the reality is we bottled it last season. We should have got top four the season before, right? I want to win something. And there's a lot of people, and maybe this brother here has got that generation where everybody's a winner. England finished second in the World Cup. Excellent. Europe. No, we want to win something. I'm in the old school. I remember Michael Thomas when he
But
scored.
you also
No,
came-
no,
just
no,
say
no, no. Let me finish. Shut your mouth and roll your roll.
Hey!
So, no, I'm joking. I'm doing it in the
Say sorry, bro. Say sorry.
They
Say
played
sorry.
the rock music, yeah? And I'm just saying it.
sorry, say
But anyway, we've got a whole generation, unfortunately, of maybe some of the younger fans that have got this mediocre loser mentality. This is a time where we need to win. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to call you guys out. Willian, I knew he wasn't good enough after 3 games. Oh, give him time. Yaya Sanogo, give him time. Shamak, give him time. Mustafi, give him time. Kolasinac, who was in the team of the Bundesliga.
Do you? Hold on.
I'm sorry, we know Arsenal fans are clever.
Just before I come back to you, though, but you've been a big advocate. You've come on here and you've told us we must trust the process.
Yeah.
That's what you've said many a
I've
time.
always said trust the process.
Well,
But the process needs to deliver now.
Wait, it's Mikel Arteta's signing. So you're not going to...
Havertz. But here's the thing. I think Alan Pardew said it perfectly on Talk Sport, yeah? He said sometimes managers want
toast.
make a signing, and they believe they're the ones that. Unfortunately, listen, I love King Arteta. I always start my interview. I'm the biggest Mikel Arteta fan, but he shouldn't have played Willian that long, right? We saw he wasn't good enough for Arsenal. Pablo Mari, not good enough. Cedric, not good enough. We've got these signings, yeah? Now, Havertz is the next generation, and I believe, remember, Wenger got sacked for being stubborn. I don't want, Andy Jacobs said it on TalkSport, and he's a lifelong Chelsea fan. He said, Havertz,
Don't talk sport.
Havertz is a manager killer. And I'm saying to you, Mikel, please listen to me. I'm your biggest fan. Please start Jesus. Havertz, start him on the bench. I'm not saying, like, don't start him. We played 65 million. I mean, the Saudi League, like I said, next week, you know, if you do want him, I'll hand deliver him to you. But start him on the bench. He can't be in the team.
And on today, both of you happy with the performance?
I mean, look, today was a must-win game after dropping points against Fulham last week. You know, it was crucial that we go into that international break and keep the pace of City. So, you know, whether it's Luton or United, I don't care. It's a must-win game. We have to come and deliver. And you know what? I thought there was a massive improvement today in the performance. And I think it was all down to that formation change, you know. He brought back the original back four from last season. Ben White at right back, making those overlapping runs with Saka and putting crosses into the box, much more dangerous there. We had Rice in the six, you know, winning countless balls, driving forward with it. And then we had Gabriel in defence. Bring him back, he's immense, you know, wins all the headers that come his way. You know, so I thought the formation change meant that we were absolutely back to our best. That doesn't mean that there are things we can't improve on, though. I thought we weren't clinical enough. I don't think we've been clinical enough all season, you know. We've actually, if you look at the stats, we've had more expected goals this season than we did for the first 4 games last season, but we scored half the number of goals, and that's because we're not finishing our chances. If you look today, we had Havertz, in the first half he fluffed his lines, I'm not going to deny that. We had Saka after that dummy from Jesus, hit it straight at the keeper. It's not good enough, you know. Our defence isn't looking great, and it looks like we're conceding goals every game. That means we're going to have to score more than 1 goal every game. And it looked like we weren't going to do that today for a while because we weren't finishing our chances. I'm glad, you know, it worked out at the end, but it should have been much more comfortable if those chances go in.
I feel that it should have been, we should have scored 4 or 5. Yeah. And this Havertz thing, going back to it, he fluffed it against Fulham. There's 2-yard passes he's missing. He fluffed it against it. He's not good enough. And I think when we get Jesus up there, I'll be happy. I think we've got real potential, but we have to be real, and we can't just support players just because we paid 65 million. You know, Arsenal fans are very clever. We know what's going on and stuff. So I'm reiterating, Mikel, please put him on the bench, get Jesus to start. Would you agree with me? Jesus should start next to the team.
I agree. Jesus should start. He's on his spot. He's come on and scored today. But what I'm saying is, people need to stop misrepresenting what I'm saying about Havertz. I never said that Havertz should start every game. You know, by all means criticise him, but saying get him out of the club, you know,
what about
that's not being constructive.
All right. You lot continue this argument next week.